Oh gosh. Okay.
Oh, I always start with a giggle. It's
I
just
know, like,
how we do.
I'm still getting the crusties out of my eyeballs. I've been up for a while. I just
Oh,
haven't actually
same.
tried to look like a person yet. And so
It's just me. We've known each other for
I know.
decades.
And the one 30-second snip that I'll put online, I guess it doesn't really matter.
Right. Oh.
But
How are
we're
you?
recording this Memorial Day weekend. Do you have big plans for this weekend or anything?
No. Why? Natasha, we're on day 2 of 3 of just rain. It's just been constantly raining here in the city. It's crazy. I don't know if you saw videos from, I think it was Thursday night, when we just got this enormous, very Midwestern thunderstorm, but it just dumped a Noah's amount worth of water onto this city. And because we've had mismanagement and funds taking away from, look at me getting political already, funds taken away from infrastructure and making sure that our subway system is up to date. They're just we don't need to spend money, but we're going to charge you more money for everything, which is fine. I can get anywhere in the city for $3. I'm thrilled. But spend the money to make sure that some of our train stations aren't asbestos ridden, that we don't get flooded every time it rains here. It's positively antediluvian.
Oh my gosh. No, not to, I don't mean
So what are you doing?
I was I don't mean this to be a competition, but last Sunday we had the tornado sirens go off here. And also, just so much rain. And it was you remember those Midwest, tornaders are coming.
Look, I was in the kitchen cooking, and Nick's Trey, do you see all this rain? I'm like, no, I didn't. I heard stuff, and I looked, and I'm like, ooh, this guy's a little green.
Yeah.
And Nick's I'm like, it's okay. I grew up in Tornado Alley. I can tell you that, we just have to be careful. So I FaceTimed with a friend of mine who is from Texas but lives in Astoria. They were getting, nothing. They got nothing.
Yeah.
It's a drizzle. I'm like, no, look at this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's a little green out here.
Even in Sioux Falls, which is not a huge metropolitan area, but still, it's a small city, whatever, a big little town, whatever you want to say. I live on the south end of town. Friends in the downtown area or northern part of town did not get nearly what we did, and it's not even that long. It's not even
that far away. No, Astoria is 5 miles away from here, and they were.
I know,
they're
so weird.
But that's mostly west. They were a little bit north of us, and they're just we got nothing. I'm like, all right, well,
yeah.
We need this. We've got the park right here. So many trees in Forest Park.
Well, and we do need the rain. And then I couldn't believe the next day, as I'm getting ready for work, I always have the news on in the morning.
Yeah.
And they were saying that some places are because we're always in a drought warning, it seems like, or whatever. And then they said some counties were actually added to it, and I was like, what? We just got so much rain.
Doesn't mean that it's going to stick around though.
I was like.
Well, hopefully you guys will have the next data center, and the drought conditions will just get worse.
Yeah. Anyway. I gotta be honest. I'm not gonna say I've like never used ChatGPT, whatever.
Sure.
But
I think we've all dabbled in it, but
yeah. But I definitely don't like rely on it. And my one friend the other day was like, "Me and Gemini are best friends," and I'm like, "Stop!" Like,
no, I'll be your best friend.
Like she was kind of kidding around, and then right now, I don't know if you're seeing it, the little sketch things that ChatGPT will make of you. It's like, it almost looks like the Aha video Take On Me, but it's like,
sure.
You're like, it's like collages of what you do and what you like. And, and I was like, stop doing that. I don't know.
It's, some of my favorites right now are, who can make this tattoo design? And it's the most like intricate, itty bitty little like things. And people are like, this is not you can't have this tattoo be made because where is it going?
Yeah.
It's so intricate, and it's going to look like shit when you get older, because it's going to just, like, blip together.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I think that's a technical term. Blip.
Well, and even the stars I have on my ankle, it's only been 5-6 years since I got it, but it's definitely not as clean a lines as it was. I mean,
No,
that's just how it is. Yeah,
it is. Ugh, it's
but no,
so silly.
then I feel like a hypocrite because I do use it. Like, I have used it. I use it from time to time, but I feel like I don't fully rely on it like some people do.
There is almost, like, I will not, but there's almost a part of it that's just like, hey, AI, watch episode 1, season 16, Outlaws of Lost, and give me a rundown for my podcast.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm sure that it would be terrible.
But it wouldn't have our... It
No.
wouldn't have our je ne sais quoi.
Like, I'm an artist. You are also an artist. Like, you use all of these, your voice to talk and, like, bring joy to people in this world. And so it's just like, well, now we have, no, I don't want AI to make art for me because it lacks the humanity to give us what art, like, like, people, like, I get on a soapbox every episode. This is a soapbox! But, like, it doesn't have the humanity to give art, like, that extra, like, something. And, like, I want AI to do my laundry for me.
Can you clean my toilet?
Please! Please!
And I am totally on board with the memes where I see, like, if your event flyer looks AI, like, I'm not coming. Like, I am so sick of seeing those. Like, we know it's AI. Like, use a crappy Canva template instead. I don't care if it's the same template I've seen on 20 other things. I would rather see that.
I love
Canva
because,
human made that.
like, I'm doing it. AI, I am a fox. Like, you can't see me, but, like, this is my psychological gesture.
I'm making sure this is in the clip.
God. Yeah, just blurp. Oh, gosh, it just drives me nuts.
Oh, that's funny. I mean, it's not funny, but yeah.
It's not, but, like...
And all the memes now that are like, there's no way you wrote a 10-page paper without AI. Bitch, we wrote the paper without even... And I like the meme that's like, we didn't even read the book and we wrote the paper.
The number of times I, like, sat up at Perkins downtown Sioux City with a pot of coffee so I could write my paper and then have shakes the next day because I drank an entire pot of coffee when I was 19.
See, and I was never a last-minute person. I'm a little too, like, type A for that. Like, I couldn't do that. But I still wrote the paper.
I wasn't ever, like, a super last-minute person either, but sometimes it's just like, I just gotta get this thing done for Sean Meehan's English Lit class that I'm not gonna do well in.
There was, but I know I started, if the teacher didn't specify a font, I was using, like, Helvetica. Because it's way bigger. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, you know, I'm like... It was
messing with the margins just a little bit. Like, how big can I make the margins without it being noticeable?
Yeah.
And you're out here saying you can't write a 10-page paper.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely found ways to... And also, we didn't... I'm going to say we, even though you're a smidge younger than me. We didn't use computers even until, like, middle school. I had to handwrite some of those papers.
Same. Like, I remember in, like, middle school, I refused to use Google for, like, the first couple of years. Like, it's such a good system. Like, no, I'm just going to go to the encyclopedia. I don't want to do this. Because I was...
A contrarian.
I guess, at 12 years old.
No, but I remember... And even more wasted, sort of... Not wasted, but, like, a sign of the times. One of those handwritten papers I did in 3rd and 4th grade was on the planet Pluto, which is not even a planet anymore.
Your paper's already outdated, F. My God, I can't write a paper without AI. I hate all of you children.
And I remember that paper, if I remember correctly, because I was writing it at home, and, like, I think I was, like, spilled some of my dinner or something on it. I still handed it in, because I was like, I'm not rewriting this.
No. I'll get the point taken off for, like, the spaghetti sauce, because I'm not rewriting this. In cursive.
But I am appreciative.
We sound so old right now. We sound so
I know.
old.
I am appreciative, though, of these college graduates that are booing speakers talking about AI. And do you watch Hacks?
One of my... Yes! God, I love Hacks so much.
But speaking of AI, that one little speech, I shouldn't say little, that kind of debate
Yeah.
about AI has been going viral, but it's so true. Like, they're saying it's inevitable you have to use it, but it's like that's only because you're saying that. Like, it doesn't have to be.
I don't want to use it. Like, you're gonna miss the boat. I don't want to get on the boat I don't want to go where that boat's going.
Yeah. But and I gotta be honest, we're using Riverside.fm to record, and so a lot of those clips I post, there is AI within this thing that like
It
does some of that. Yeah,
yeah. I have less of a problem with that than I do with, hey, AI, can you write me a paper about George Orwell's 1984 that it takes the side of the government?
Yeah. And I think, I mean, there's been a few stories about people using AI as like their doctor, psychologist, and don't do that. Like it's not,
Yeah.
It doesn't always end well, but anyway.
It doesn't. My heavens.
It doesn't. Okay, but anyway, would you like to get on another soapbox about Eurovision since we're on soapboxes?
Always.
Which, I'll be honest, like, I know what Eurovision is, but I don't get into it. So tell me what happened this year. I kind of know, but I don't know.
Yeah, Eurovision this year. Why was it such a hard transition? Because I texted you about it. Eurovision. One, I was talking with a friend of mine about it the other day. Like, I can't believe you watched it. There are a lot of boycotts this year around Eurovision.
Oh, really? Because of Israel or all kinds of other things?
No, it's because of Israel's continued presence in Eurovision for multiple reasons. Mm-hmm. Not the least included, like, the war happening in Gaza, and like, if we're going to kick out Russia for attacking Ukraine, we got to kick out Israel for attacking Gaza. But Gaza and Palestine aren't technically states, like they're not countries, so it's a whole mess. And like, criticizing Israel in any sort of way will get you labeled generally as an anti-Semite, as a person who hates Jews, which is just not true, because you can separate Jewish people from the state of Israel, just like you can not talk about like white homosexuals when talking about New York City, right? We do not equal the same thing.
Right. No, I agree. And I think even when you texted me about this, not that it's the same thing, similar but different, as I thought about the Olympics, where again, like Russia is not allowed to compete, or in past years there's been countries haven't been allowed or whatever.
Well, and Russia's not allowed to compete in the Olympics for also a couple of reasons, for like the war in Ukraine, but also doping
and the doping,
scandals. But on like doping scandals in Russia, there's like another like scandal in Israel in Eurovision. Like the government and the TV station Khan are campaigning for votes, like hard campaigning for votes, that they're not supposed to do. And they've been doing it apparently since 2018. And everybody's like, I only noticed this in the past couple of years. Anyways, to make a long story short, they're going to Bulgaria next year. Bulgaria won Eurovision this year with a song called Bangaranga. It's so much fun. Natasha.
Say it again.
Bangaranga. Like, it's just... It is such a fun song. It was not on really anybody's radar to even make top 10, but you need to go find Dara's performance of Bangaranga at the final, because it's a mesmerizing performance. The song, kind of silly. It's a girly pop song, and not that girly pop is bad. It's just it's a different genre of music that I generally listen to, sort of. But no, but because it's also like kind of a nonsense word. It's like, why is this happening? Everybody thought it was going to be the Finnish song in Finnish. I can't remember the name. Like, I can't ever pronounce the name of the song, but it's a wonderful song. Yeah, Eurovision was a lot of fun this year. It wasn't my favorite Eurovision of the ones that I've watched in the past 3 years, but.
And does Eurovision, is it all in like one day, or is it like?
So it's over. So Eurovision is a week.
Okay.
So there's 3 performances, right? On the Tuesday before the final is the semifinal for half of the competing countries. They perform, the juries vote, and this year 10 out of 15 were moved forward. So like 5 songs did not go on. Same for Thursday is the second semifinal, and then Saturday is the final. there were also 5 countries this year that automatically got into the final. 4 because they give a lot of money to Eurovision, so they're just automatically in. And then one was like the host country, Austria, who their song Tannstein. I love that song, and like as I've been like reading commentary, a lot of Americans really loved this song in German about needing licensed dance because you're not. Like, you don't go to a club and be a dick and ruin everybody's time. Essentially, is what the song is about. But it got like 6 points at Eurovision, which Bangaranga got like 516. It was. And wonderful.
I know you said there's like a judges panel, but is the final voted on by the people or?
So the final vote. Oh, Natasha, I could go. Like, welcome to Talking with Tasha and Trey Eurovision edition.
No, I'm learning a lot. Like, yeah, I know of it, but I don't really know how. I've never really watched it.
Well,
so.
I guess next May you're going to have to fly out to New York City and come to my party. So the finals voting. There's the first round of voting. There's one round of voting, but 2 sections. The first round, the first section is each of the participating countries have a jury. And those juries award points to 10 different countries. The top point getter gets 12 points, 12 points. Second place gets 10 points. Third place gets 8, 7, 6, down through 1 point. Those are all added together to see who is in first and who is in second. Bulgaria won. Like, Bulgaria had the most points after the jury round. So after all of those countries, there's also the rest of the world. So America's points do get counted, but it gets counted with the other 60 countries from around the world because we're not participating. Could we participate? Yeah. Sure. Should we? No.
But then it wouldn't be. Isn't it just Europe? Like, isn't that the point?
Australia participates.
Oh, okay.
Israel participates. Israel.
Oh, I mean,
is it a part of Europe? No, it's part of the Middle East. Swana.
Well, I just hear Euro and I thought Europe, but then yes, Israel. We already talked about Israel. They're not.
Morocco has competed in the past. I think Tunisia participated in the past. But then the public also votes. It's like $1 per vote, €1 per vote. I did not vote this year. That was my little bit of a protest. I still watched because it's a lot of fun, and I'm a homosexual. I did get yelled at a bunch on social media because I'm like, I love Eurovision, and this one person from either Germany or the Netherlands was like, get the hell out of here, American. We don't want you talking about Eurovision because you don't understand it. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever.
You know, the way you're talking about the way they do the scoring, it reminds me of Dancing with the Stars. They explain it every episode, and I go, I don't know, whatever. Because it's like, we combine the judges' votes with this votes and that. I'm like,
yeah. But Bangaranga was one of the first song in since 2017 or 18 to win both the jury and the public vote.
Oh,
nice. Wasn't, yeah.
So it's like the electoral vote and the popular vote.
Maybe a little bit. It's more parliamentary system than
this is not really related to Eurovision, but saying electoral, like voting, democracy, whatever. On June 5th, the South Dakota Democrats are having their big fundraising dinner for McGovern Day, and Joe Biden is going to be the speaker, and I am going. So that'll be cool.
Fun.
Yeah. And last year, the speaker was Tim Walz, and he's just a really good speaker, I think. So it was a good time, but... And this will be interesting because obviously Joe Biden, past president, it's kind of a big deal. But yeah, that should be. That's what we'll be doing on June 5th.
Had Coach Walz as our vice president.
I know. And then him and being in South Dakota, which for those of you that don't know is below Minnesota.
Kind of, yeah.
Well, yeah, we go north to Minnesota.
Yep.
Anyway, we're close. We're neighbors. It's whatever. There was a lot of people, like my one friend Rebecca was like, oh, my friend from college, her husband works for the Walz campaign, or you know what I mean? There's just a lot more 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon with that because it's kind of closer, but it was
6 degrees of Minnesota politics.
Basically. But no, it's always, I've been to this dinner a couple times, and it's just fun to get like dressed up and listen to people speak. And it's kind of inspiring. Like some of our local politicians do some speeches and stuff too, and I don't know, it's fun.
That's fun.
And then we go drink after, and that's always
yeah.
fun. Because I'm not going to get all gussied up and like not go to a few places,
right.
you know?
Go
I need
get
to be
some
seen.
ice cream with Uncle Joe. Grandpa Joe. Grandpa Joe.
Well, and a friend of mine works for the South Dakota Democrats, and he told me, he's like, don't tell anybody, but we got Joe Biden for McGovern Day. And kind of mean, but I was like, if he doesn't die before then. Like, because this is a couple months ago. But he is in his 80s, you know what I mean?
Joe Biden is very old. Donald Trump is very old.
And not, you know, I don't wish death upon people, but I'm just saying he's an old guy.
He's an old man.
But anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think if I had anything else I needed to
I don't know. Oh, but
talk about.
My last Eurovision wrap
go
up.
for it. Sorry.
You're not. I'm now gonna freak out about Eurovision twice a year because Asia is getting. It's Eurovision Asia. Why didn't it call it Asiavision? I have no idea. But the ESC, the European Song Contest, is also running it, and it's starting in November. It's very exciting.
Well, I mean, K-pop taking over. It only makes sense that they have their own.
And
I suppose.
Will Australia participate in Eurovision Asia? They're like, we're gonna watch, but I don't know. There's
isn't
rules.
Rose or Rosie or whatever from Blackpink? She's New Zealand. She's from New Zealand. Did you know that?
I don't. Nope.
No, that's because Rosie, whatever she goes by, she did Apata with Bruno Mars.
Oh,
you know?
okay, great.
And I saw her in an interview, and I was like, wait a minute, that accent, like me being, I was assuming things, and that accent didn't match what I thought. But I know she's in a K-pop group, so is that so bad to assume she's from Korea? I mean, I don't know.
No, actually, I get that.
Yeah, and but she is of Korean descent, but she's from New Zealand, so her accent just really threw me off. But anyway, I do like that song, Apata. Apata.
Don't you want me? That's all. I don't actually know the words.
Well, and we do that song at Zumba too, so
gotcha.
It's really in my brain. But anyway, I know you love Zumba in the park.
Little Zumba witches with their shitty cover of Havana.
But it's interesting to me that, I mean, some of the songs we do, they do end up being like sort of a cover of a popular song, but some of the ones we do are the like person, you know what I mean? It's not always a
is there something in their contracts like you can't use this for Zumba witchcraft? Or is it just...
I'm sure there's like licensing, because certain songs, like it's a song that has been been around a while, but then they'll throw in like Zumba at the beginning. So I'm like, what did they pay for that? You know what I mean?
That's weird.
But like right now, one of my favorite songs is "Boom Body" by like Shaggy and somebody. I don't know. Okay. But it's actually a few years old, so I don't know how they've.
Shaggy, that's a name that we don't speak about in my house.
Believe me, I was surprised to be like,
Mr. Bombastic.
Do I like this song? Like, what's happening?
Am I allowed? I don't want to.
Do you know how many songs I'm like, oh, I hate this song, and then proceed to sing every word of it? Like, I hate that.
I do it too. I know every word to I Hope You Dance, and it makes me so mad.
I love I Hope You Dance.
What? Sorry, I have to go.
No,
I
like,
hate that song.
To me, I hate Hey Soul Sister by Train, but I could sing every word to you. Hate it.
Yeah.
What is the other one? Oh, Groove is in the Heart by D-Light. Can't stand it. Hate it.
What are you? What is wrong with D-Light?
I think it's the way she sings. It's like, I don't know.
I get it. You don't like
I don't
growl.
know. I don't know. It's not my jam. Anyway.
No, I hope you dance. I hope that you break an ankle.
I had that on a Burn CD. Loved it so much.
That was on every radio station like 6 times an hour.
Graduation song for our generation. Like
wedding song. It's like everybody loves that song.
The other day I came upon it was a carousel of like millennial graduation songs, and each one I swiped, I was like, oh, love. Like I literally was like
graduation.
It was like that was one, obviously. Yeah. Like Green Day, Good Riddance. Here's to the Night, Eve 6. Oh my God, I love that song.
I haven't heard that song in a minute.
And then I was just like, Hope You Dance was on there. Like
ours
just every
was
time
Seasons of Love, and it's just like, okay.
In 8th grade graduation, they did a montage of stuff to Green Day, Good Riddance. But high school graduation, I think, did we pick, or was that our prom song? I think our prom song was like End of the Road, Boyz II Men or something. I don't know.
I don't know that we had an official prom song, but every school dance from like middle school to prom ended with Friends in Low Places.
Oh, that's I don't care. That is the
it's
bop
a great
still to
song,
this day.
But just like, we understand that this song is about all of the alcohol. Yeah, we do.
Yeah. But it's a great song. Anyway.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like Garth kind of transcended. I mean, there was a lot of crossover country in the 90s, right. But I feel like Garth is one of those people,
Garth,
even
Shania.
Someone that's like, even when someone's like, oh, I don't like country music, they're like, but I love Garth Brooks, like.
Look, so many times, like, Nick's like, I hate country music, and then I'll play a song from, like, pre-9/11 country music. It's like, oh, that wasn't too bad. I'm like, I know. Like, after 9/11,
it got very,
things took, like, rah, rah, sis, boom, bow, we love America, ka. Like, it was just... That was the most homosexual way I can say that, but like, patriotism was basically what I just did.
The one song, though, the one country song about 9/11 that I actually really like, though, Alan Jackson.
Alan Jackson's "Where Were You When the World Stopped Turning"?
Yeah, that song.
Because that was
moment. More like stream of conscious. Like a few things in that song, I'm literally like, I did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. Damn you,
Alan
Jackson.
It's a gorgeous song. Damn you.
He has some good ones. Remember When was good.
Remember When. Yeah.
And then he has some good party songs, like Good Time, G to the
down.
O to the D.
Way Down Yonder on the Chattahoochee.
Yep. Gets way hotter than a hoochie coochie.
Look, I learned how to swim and I learned who I was. A lot about living and a little about love.
Just a little bit. Okay.
Speaking about learning about yourself, no,
yeah.
I have no idea how to translate. What were you gonna say?
There was one other. What's the Alan Jackson song? Why can I not think of it? Maybe it is Good Time. Where at the end he's like 5 o'clock somewhere. That's what I was trying to think of.
Is that
with because Jimmy Buffett's in it at the end, where he's like, "What would Jimmy Buffett do?" And then he's like, "Funny you should ask, Alan. Pour me something tall and strong, making
a hurricane before I go insane." I haven't thought of that song for probably 20 years.
I had a country phase, kind of, which would be 9/11-ish, but still, like, high school, part of college. Yeah. I really liked Kenny Chesney for a while.
Kenny Chesney was one of my first concerts. Rascal Flatts. God bless the Broken Road.
The Melt album.
Every time you look at me that-a-way.
Yeah, the video for Melt, we see a little tushy. It was very controversial for the time. Do you remember that?
A little bit, yeah. There was a song that came up on my YouTube by Steve Wariner. Oh, because there's holes in the floor of heaven. I played that song for Nick last night. He's like, this is the saddest song in the world. I'm like, yeah, but it's gorgeous.
I don't know if I know that one. I'll have to look it up later.
A little boy, when a little boy, 8 years old, his grandma dies on the day of the funeral. It's like raining, and he's just like sobbing, and he's like, but there's holes in the floor of heaven, and her tears are falling down. Aww. That's how you know she's watching, wishing she could be here now. And then like his pregnant wife dies in childbirth.
And that's like, don't take the girl, but like...
Yes, but sadder. What if Don't Take the Girl ends in tragedy?
Well, it almost does, because he's
does.
like, yeah.
But that's what Holes in the Floor of Heaven is. It's a
Yeah.
really pretty, super sad song.
There's another really sad one. Oh, because, okay, I have Sirius radio now, so every once in a while I'll get in the car, on a 90s on 9, Tears in Heaven will be playing, and I'm like, no one wants to hear this song on a random Tuesday afternoon. I mean, it's a beautiful song, but every time I'm like, no,
so fucking
such
sad.
a downer.
God. Just play Tears in Heaven and Holes in the Floor of Heaven, just on a loop, if you're feeling real good about yourself that day. Need a good cry? Think about dead people.
And then even as a kid,
when
I was gonna say, even as a kid, when I found out what that song was about, I was like, what?
What? Yeah.
And then I laugh about it because I don't know how to deal with tragedy. I have problems.
Look, when we were teenagers, we watched an enormous national tragedy, like, happen on television.
Well, and even before that, we had the Oklahoma City bombing. We had Columbine.
Yeah.
We don't know how to process things.
Look, our generation had 9/11 on television. Nick's generation had the Challenger explosion.
That's true.
We're all just, like, going through our trauma while the boomers are like, stop buying avocado toast.
I mean, they also had tragedy, I guess, but they just keep it all bottled up.
They keep it all. You don't want to talk about the feelings.
But didn't the Challenger thing, I think that happened in 86, right? I think that was the year I was...
just before I was born, yeah.
Yeah. Which...
Yeah.
That's
Speaking
rough. Okay.
of rain and holding all your feelings, let's talk about this episode.
That was a beautiful segue.
Yeah, that one works better. That one works better. So much rain in this episode. So many unspoken feelings.
So many just like stares and like smolders.
So much smolder. God.
But I really did. There were a bunch of times where I was like, Josh Holloway really was like the hair's like in his face a little bit.
Yeah,
like his hair in his face, I'm okay with. But Kate's hair in her face, no.
Josh
Holloway.
God, as I rewatched it again this morning to prep for this, it's just like, oh, you are one handsome SOB. Goodness gracious.
He
all right.
really is/was.
It's
yes.
been half an hour. Should we start?
Yes, go ahead.
All right. Lost Season 1, Episode 16, Outlaws, plural. All right. We open in a flashback.
I know.
Is it our first, flashback opening?
I think it's our first flashback open, yeah.
And it's still on an eye. Of a little blonde child being woken up by his mother saying, he's here. Well, an angry man screams, open this door. She tells the blonde kid to get under the bed and stay quiet. She leaves the room. The man breaks down the door while she screams at him, I'm going to call the police. What are you doing here? We then hear a gunshot in silence. It's chilling.
It's terrible. Yeah.
It is a frenetic, chilling opening. Then the kid's bedroom door opens, and we see a pair of boots from under the bed, like POV of the kid. The man sits on the bed, and we hear a gun being cocked. It sounds like a shotgun, but it didn't look like... I don't know what was happening. Then a shot, and the man slumps over, and then Sawyer wakes up on the island. He was the kid. And I'm just going to take a moment to be, a little serious. This is one of the starkest openings we've ever had. And that includes a plane crash, right? And I feel like
it's a lot to take in the first minute.
Yeah. And I feel like we got to say, if you or someone you love is experiencing domestic violence, please reach out for help. There are networks in every community that you live in.
Yeah.
And I know it's scary, and the most dangerous time for an abuse victim is when they're trying to leave. But I hope that you can surround yourself with community that will help you escape. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I needed to say that after watching this awful domestic.
I think that was very on point. Yes.
In college, I volunteered as much as I could at a DV shelter. As part of a class, we went to a DV shelter, and they're like, he can't be seen by people, like me, because I'm a man. We don't want these women that are leaving their terrible places to get freaked out because we've got a large bearded man, which I fully understood. So I help fix and clean things, but
real quick, there's an episode of Grey's Anatomy where a rape victim comes in and she freaks out every time a man kind of walks, she's having a hard time. So when she needs to be transferred to some other room or whatever, they have all the women nurses and doctors and whoever, staff, just line the hallway so she doesn't see any men. And it's one of the most powerful episodes. But then I hated that I learned it was written by that like scammer girl that like pretended to have cancer or whatever. And I was like, why did that moment have to be ruined for me?
Look, she's clearly a good storyteller.
But I think she stole that from it was like someone else's rape story or something. And I was like, ugh. But anyway, it reminded me of that. But two things can be true at once. It was a beautiful moment, but a terrible person wrote it.
Back to the episode. So Sawyer is breathless from this nightmare, and he hears like rustling. And I immediately knew it was a pig because you hear the snorting, right?
Yeah.
So he turns on a flashlight, and there's a giant boar in his tent that is just like messing up his stuff, and he steals his tarp, and he runs off into the jungle. Sawyer chases it with a pipe? Was it a pipe?
I couldn't tell. It was something. I think I wrote pipe too. Hits him with a pipe. Yeah.
And then he into the jungle. Then he starts hearing voices, and he is unsettled. And we get a title card. So Sawyer's going through a mess of things near the fuselage by the water. Is this where he sleeps? Because I thought he was further up, like by the trees, or is that where? It was very confusing to me.
Well, and I don't know if it's the full fuselage because they burned most of that, right, or whatever, the inside of it.
Is that just like a wall he put up? It just seems close to the water.
Yeah, it was like part of the windows and stuff, but he uses it as part of like shelter, like something.
Smart. Yeah. I couldn't focus because I'm like, this is a weird. It might have just been like a weird angle too, because we usually see it from a different way. Saeed comes over to chat with a very perturbed Sawyer about the boar. And it feels like Saeed doesn't really believe him, or maybe he just wants to mock him. Mm-hmm. Sawyer then questions Saeed about the whispering voices he heard in the jungle when he was running from the French woman from Rousseau. Then Saeed wants to know if Sawyer heard something, and Sawyer shuts down and just walks away, because we don't talk about feelings, because that's queer.
Well, and Saeed does bring up the point where he was like, I thought I heard something, but I'd been through a lot. I hadn't eaten in days. Like, he's kind of playing it off like...
Yep, which, again, I fully understand everybody's responses. Then we're in a flashback. Sawyer and a lady are just making out in a hotel room. Then a man talks from the darkness. And Terminator 2 says that he needs to talk to Sawyer privately.
He is one of those guys, you know his face, no idea what his name is. Like,
he's just
character actor extraordinaire. Like, people know him, but don't know his name.
Terminator 2. Yeah. Sawyer sends the lady back down to the hotel bar so he can threaten Terminator 2. Because we don't know his name. We don't learn his name until later, so I'm just going to call him Terminator.
This show, I never realized how many times we just have characters with no names.
Yep.
Or we learn the name in the last couple minutes.
Right. Susan. We never learn this lady's name that he's making out with. So the Terminator is there to make things right, and besides, Sawyer ain't the killin' type. Terminator says he knows where the man who ruined Sawyer's life is, and that should make up for the Tampa job. And a man that they worked a job with in Atlanta is now working in Sydney. He has a shrimp truck, and he used to go by the name Frank Sawyer.
Dun, dun, dun.
Back on the island. Jack and Kate are putting the guns away. He has all the guns except for one, because Sawyer still has one. Kate says that she'll get it back, but Jack says that probably won't happen. Jack says it's not worth it for Kate to get the gun back. And they make like silly jokes about her getting kisses and nothing. Okay.
Well, and I made two little notes here. Kate looks good in purple. I do like this purple color on her.
Uh-huh.
And then I did sort of like where he was... I wish Jack would just like admit that he likes her or whatever, but because he's like, well, you had to make out with him last time, and she goes, well, I only did that because torture didn't work. Like,
yeah.
She was like...
Yeah, butthole.
Yeah. Love that.
Then we go over to Charlie, who is doing something.
I didn't know what he was doing either.
It looked like maybe it was like something with like the transponders that we haven't spoken about in 10 episodes.
I wrote Charlie is fiddling with something.
Yeah, he was futzing. So Claire comes over to tell him about dream memories she's been having in the night, and they're about Charlie. She wants to go for a walk to talk about it, and Charlie wants none of it because he has to do something. I
also wrote here, now Claire's taking hair advice from Kate because her hair was up but still in her face.
I feel like J.J. Abrams must have had like something about like, I love it when a woman's hair falls in her face.
something. I don't get
You're
it.
right.
Because most women I know, if we're in a jungle and it's hot and humid, this hair is not
Get
touching
that
my face.
out of my face. Find a razor, cut it off.
Exactly.
All right, so Sawyer is now we're with Sawyer. He's out in the jungle and he finds his tarp. Then he hears the voices again, and then a galloping, what sounds like horses galloping, but it's just the boar starts chasing him again and knocks him over into the mud and runs off. He just throws his tarp to the side and then doesn't go back for it. Sawyer.
He's too pissed at this boar now.
Yeah. And then we're back to Sawyer packing up a bag of knives when Kate watches him and mocks him good-naturedly. And I realize in this episode that everyone on the island genuinely likes Sawyer. Because they're teasing him with like a smile. You know, like it's that good-natured teasing. Because if they hated him, they'd be mocking him or avoiding him altogether. Sawyer's loved.
And usually, that's the kind of, like, giving shit, like, giving him shit that you do with friends.
Your buddies.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Anyway, Sawyer seems convinced that this boar has it out for him. Kate thinks he's being silly and Locke should just kill it for him, but Sawyer huffs off into the jungle. All right. Then we're in a flashback. We're in Sydney Harbor, I guess, because that CGI opera house was wild. I rewound it and like, this isn't Sydney Harbor, is it? I've never been to Australia, but I feel like every shot I get has that bridge, which was nowhere around the Sydney Opera House, but never an island that's just a jungle.
Yeah.
I know that there's going to be, like, machinist sheds on it because it's still a working harbor. But it looked so itty-bitty. It was just, they're just like, Americans, they ain't going to know nothing. And I don't think that I clocked it in 2005, but still.
No, I barely clocked it this time, probably because I was typing. I was like...
Sure. So Sawyer walks into a Marino machine shop where a man just clocks him as Hibbs' mate, who was the Terminator, and hands him a gun and bullets! Nothing like, hey, what are you doing? No, like, questioning. He's just like, you must be Hibbs' mate. He has a gun. I can't do an Australian accent.
It wasn't terrible.
It was more cocky. It was more like Australian via Dick Van Dyke, but like...
But also, I feel like, he's an American. He knows how to use a gun. We'll just give it to him.
Absolutely. But, like, Sawyer says nothing. He just walks in, and this machinist, who has no name, goes, hey, mate, here, there's a gun for you.
And he's wearing, like, a cable knit sweater, and I'm sure it gets chilly, sort of,
in
Australia. But I don't know
later in the episode, we talk about how hot it is.
I know. I was like... Cable knit sweater, to me that's more like New England lighthouse keeper.
That's like, right, it's like Scottish Highlands, not fucking Australia machine shop on the Sydney Harbour. That was Maine.
Anyway, I was gonna say, that's like
that was absolutely like, you can't get there from here. Anyways, all right, so as like, Australian machinist is handing him the gun and the bullets. He mentions that Australia doesn't allow its citizens to carry handguns because Australia is a sensible country that outlawed private ownership of guns after a mass murder back in the 90s.
I'm just going to sip my coffee.
So many soapboxes. So Sawyer can't get caught with it, and Sawyer's like, I'm not going to tell anybody that I got it from you. I don't know your name. So the machinist tells Sawyer that a person really finds out who they are when they're pointing a gun at someone, and Sawyer assures him that he can kill this person he's going out to kill. We're back on the island. Charlie and... Hurley, not Sawyer. Charlie and Hurley are burying Ethan just somewhere?
Yeah.
Is it the Losty graveyard? Why hasn't Ethan been buried yet? It's been days.
Has it? I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, they were just putting the guns away, so I thought maybe it was just like a couple hours later the next day. I don't know. But to me, it almost looked like where they play golf, didn't it? Kind of.
Maybe a little bit. But I'm like, I don't... It just felt very strange, though, that they would even bury Ethan.
Like,
burn him. Near Lost... Like, burn him. Throw him in the water. You've got places you can just put a body that ain't nobody gonna find.
And I do think, Curly has always sort of been the comedic relief in the show a little bit, but he's like, talking about how this island's weird and Ethan's gonna come back from the dead and he'll be the first one to go because he gets cramped when he runs.
Right. But that's also part of it. He's making jokes about all this, and Charlie's just like, okay.
But I need to bury this man that I killed.
Bury the body and the feelings.
I think for Charlie, though, it probably is a little bit of, like, I don't know, some sort of closure to bury him or something.
Sure,
I don't know.
I get it. But then we have Hurley, who goes to talk to Saeed about Gulf War syndrome, and Saeed's like, that was you guys, not me.
He's like, oh, right.
Right. But, like, what he actually wants to talk about is, like, PTSD, because you're worried about Charlie, because he shot a man 4 times in the chest. Mm-hmm. And Saeed just goes, okay, great.
Yes, let me help you white people some more.
Yes. Then we're back to Sawyer in the jungle, tracking the boar, but it's just a footprint. Kate is behind him and tells him he's just following Boone. Kate said she'll help Sawyer if she gets carte blanche to his stash. If I help you find the boar, I get carte blanche. She's like, yeah, sure, fine, whatever. And then it's nighttime. And
all of a sudden, just
around
nighttime.
The campfire. And they play I Never, which pissed me off.
It's Never Have I Ever.
Never Have I Ever.
I wrote that too. I was like, I think he means never have I ever. And then he makes a joke about, like, I know you didn't go to college because you've never played I Never. I was like, you didn't go to college either because you're calling it I Never.
Right. And like, I'm also pretty sure Never Have I Ever is not copyrighted. So, like, what are you doing, J.J. Abrams? What are you doing? It's Never Have I Ever. Did you go to college? You're just a virgin who can't drive. My God. Ugh. So they go like the standard ones, and Sawyer blames the 80s for wearing pink, and he's never voted for a Democrat. Would Sawyer have voted for Trump?
Maybe.
I feel like he would have voted for him in 16.
But maybe not the second time.
I think he would have voted for him in 22, because I don't know that Sawyer would have done anything about COVID. I don't think he would have voted for him in 24. I don't...
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I also, like, we know that Sawyer sometimes, like, puts up a front. I could see him not voting for him, but, like, telling people he did.
Sure. Kate won him because she doesn't vote, because she's an idiot.
Well, and felons can't vote, right? Isn't that still a thing?
Right. But is she a new felon? I don't remember. I'm really glad that we're rewatching Lost because I don't remember so many of their backstories. And then they get into, like, the real questions. Sawyer's never been in love. Kate has. Kate's never had a one-night stand, but Sawyer has because he's a ladies' man.
And he was like, should I take a drink for each one?
Each one. She's like, oh, Sawyer. Kate's been married.
But she said it didn't last long.
It didn't last long. Neither Kate nor Sawyer feel like they belong to, like, the group of Losties. Kate accuses Sawyer of having baggage. It's like, yeah, of course he has baggage. He heard his mother get murdered and then his father commit suicide.
Because it's, correct me if I'm wrong, but Kate's the only one that knows about this letter that he carries around that he wrote to the guy.
Like,
yeah.
She doesn't know about his mom being murdered, so
I
get it, but still. And then we learn that both Kate and Sawyer have killed a man. Flashback.
They both take a drink.
Because they have Evered. So we're back to Sawyer's child with his dad walking in his room, but he's the boar. And there's whispering, and it says, it'll come back around. I had to put the captions on, so I feel like I need to know what they're saying. And the whispers are saying, it'll come back around. More on that later, because we're going back to the island. Kate wakes Sawyer up in the jungle, and they notice that the boar came back while they were sleeping and messed up all of Sawyer's stuff, but not Kate's. They hear rustling, and Sawyer points a gun at the sound, and it's Locke, who is unperturbed, to come around the corner to see a gun being pointed at him and just, like, takes a bite of whatever fruit he's eating.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, guys. He's out looking for pieces of the plane that he can still savage, and Kate tells him about, like, the boar that bothers Sawyer, and Sawyer's convinced that the boar's out to get him personally because the boar peed on one of his shirts. Yeah, it does. Absolutely. Just
the fact that none of Kate's stuff was touched, like...
Right.
But also, I mean, and we know this island is whatever, but, like, how would a boar know? Like, I don't...
We might get to that. Then Locke starts talking about his dead sister who died when she fell off the monkey bars and broke her neck.
So sad.
Woof.
I used to play on monkey bars. I did so many dumb things.
Yeah.
Like, got on top and like I don't know.
There was a kid that broke their wrist on the monkey bars at my school, elementary school. We then learned that he had a foster mother. And then there was a golden retriever that came by their home, and his foster mom seemed to believe it was the dead girl coming back to comfort her. The dog was around for 5 years, sleeping in the girl's bed, but was it really his sister? Or just a cute philosophical story? Flashback! Like, we're not going to ponder anything.
Yeah.
So our flashback. Sawyer seems to have found the original Sawyer's Shrimp Shack in Australia. The man in the truck has an American accent. Sawyer's up to order, and he forgets how to speak. Then he orders the shrimp with the hot sauce. He cocks the gun, tells the man he's from Tennessee. And then the man is creepy about Southern women because straight men are creepy around each other when talking about women. I have never understood this.
And this is like pure smolder from Sawyer. Like his face the whole time is very
just
like I know it's supposed to be like sort of mean, but it's smoldery. It's giving smolder, you know.
It's smolder with a touch of anger.
Yeah, and the guy playing the shrimp guy, he was Meredith Grey's dad on Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
So sometimes, I've seen him in. I don't know his actual name, but he's in a lot of stuff.
Sure, Terminator. So then the shrimp man says that he'll give the shrimp to Sawyer for half the price because he's an American. By the way, my name is Frank. Sawyer's like, I'm James, but Sawyer leaves before he can get the food.
Is this the first time is that actually Sawyer's name, James, or is that just a name he said?
I think that's his actual name. Yeah. Sawyer's at a bar taking shots of whiskey, and he's drinking with another American man who needs him to buy him a shot. And it's Jack's dad.
Yep. I said, it's Jack's dad.
Yep. And Nick said, is that Jack's... Nick turned to me. He's like, is that Jack's dad? I'm like, yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And he is drunk. Surprise, surprise. So then Dr. Shepard, because I don't know what Jack's dad's name is, tells a bad joke about how Australia is as close to hell as you can get without getting burned. And that's why it's called Down Under. And here I just thought that hell was other people. Go read No Exit by Jean-Paul Sartre. And they talk about how they're in hell and it's fate because they're supposed to suffer. And that's why the Red Sox will never win the damn series. Dr. Shepard reveals how much he loves his son Jack because Jack had the courage to call him out and end his career. He's like, I'm so glad that I don't have a job anymore because my son called me out.
And now I can just drink as much as I want.
And I can just drink, and I'm mad at my son. My son's mad at me, but I could mend it all with a phone call, but I don't because I'm weak.
And because men can't talk to each other.
Because men can't talk to each other about feelings. That's queer. So... Dr. Shepard then essentially gives Sawyer the courage to go do what he came to Australia to do. And now it's raining, and Sawyer's back at the shrimp shack, and Frank the shrimp man is taking out the trash, and Sawyer cocks his gun. Then we're back on the island. Charlie is removing the husks from coconuts, and Saeed comes by. Charlie knows that Saeed is there to check on him, and he resents it. Sawyer tells a story about how he felt after he killed a man as part of a firing squad who deserved it, and essentially tells Charlie to stop staying by himself because community is important. And he's absolutely right.
Yeah.
Then Sawyer and Kate are walking through the jungle, and how does Kate know so much about tracking boars? How? I think we've asked this question like 4 times, and it's just like never answered.
Oh, my
you
little
okay?
digital antenna just fell. I have it like weirdly, with those like digital antennas, you gotta get it just right. So like a channel goes in. So it's weirdly like sort of taped to my wall too, so it stays like this.
Stunning. A boar broke into your apartment and messing with your stuff.
I tried to hide it like behind my monitor, but anyway.
Yeah.
Real quick, when Saeed's talking, all I could focus on was his hair because I want his curls. They are so
his
defined and
curls are
pretty.
So good. Oh my god. Naveen Andrews, you are one handsome man.
He really is. And we, Kate and the tracking boards and stuff, there was, sometimes we get that like, oh, she's good at tracking because her and Locke were the two that were like, oh, we could do it. But then sometimes she's like, I'm not as good. I don't know. So I'm like, are you good or not? I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
I don't get it. Anyway.
She's better at it than Sawyer, though, I guess.
Yes. Sawyer, he's just being a man about it. Like, I know how to track things because I'm a man. It's like, no, you're a city boy. Let's be real.
You may be from Tennessee, but...
Right. Yeah, he's silly. All right, anyway, so Sawyer hears the squeals of a baby boar, picks it up and starts taunting the adult boar, and this is too much for Kate, so she leaves. I don't get it.
After she makes him drop it, like she kicks him.
Then it's a flashback, and it's still raining. Sawyer gets out of his car, walks up to Frank, calls him Sawyer. Frank turns, and Sawyer shoots him in the chest. He pulls out a letter and starts reading it, and Frank doesn't know who Sawyer is. Frank says, I would have paid Hibbs. And Sawyer realizes that Hibbs duped him into killing this man who owed him money, and he is distraught.
Mm-hmm. Also, I've never understood killing people that owe you money because a dead man can't pay you back.
Right.
Isn't that the thing that you hear all the time in, like, mobster movies and stuff? Like,
I guess, but yeah, I also don't understand murder generally anyways.
Yeah,
but,
I mean,
like,
well, yeah.
Yeah, but you loaned this person money, and now they can't repay you because did you just like, I don't actually need the money, I just wanted to all right, whatever, you're a bad person, Terminator.
Yeah. Most of the time I feel like they, like, cut off a finger or
sure.
something.
I mean, would I rather owe money or be dead? I'd rather owe money, but, like,
yeah,
come on now.
Yeah. Anyway, it's still bad. It's all bad all around.
So before Frank not Sawyer dies, he says, it'll come back around, the phrase that Sawyer has been hearing in the woods. So, back on the island, Sawyer is looking for Kate, but finds the boar instead, and he pulls his gun. They stand off. Like, it is the longest, like, first we look at... It felt very, what is it, Trapped in the Closet? He looked at him, we looked at me, and I looked at him. Like, it was just boar, Sawyer, boar. It was just awful. And then it was Kate was there, unbeknownst to Sawyer, and they're still standing off forever. And Sawyer lowers his gun, and he looks at Kate, and they head back to camp.
And then I wrote, like, I kind of get what the point they're trying to make with this standoff and stuff. But I was like, they're also trying to survive on an island. Like, they could have eaten
kill
that.
the boar and eat it.
But then I was like, but the boar has kids. So
okay. I don't know. There's no ethical consumption of animals. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. You're dying on an island. Eat that boar.
Right. And yeah, anyway, go on. Sorry, I lost my thought.
No, it's okay. So we're back at the beach. Sun and Jin are by the water. That's all we get from them. Mm-hmm. Claire watches them. Walt plays with Vincent. That's all we get of him. Michael and some guy are building the raft, and that's all we get of him.
Which I kind of forgot the raft was a thing.
Right.
But that was like 2 episodes ago where he's like, I'm going to build a raft.
Brr. Charlie comes over to Claire, and they go for that walk. Jack is in the jungle breaking sticks. Sawyer playfully points a gun at him, and Jack is unamused. Because, yeah, I am too. Don't point a gun at somebody unless you're...
Stick 'em up.
Right? Don't point a gun at somebody unless you're going to use it. Sawyer hands over the gun, and they're gross about Kate. And then Jack says, well, that's why the Sox will never win the series. And Sawyer is stricken. And Sawyer realizes that the drunk doctor is Jack's dad. And Jack reveals that his dad is dead, and Sawyer's sad. And he wants to know why Sawyer wants to know about his dad. Like, he was irritated. Like, why are you asking me questions about my dad? I don't know, Jack. Maybe Sawyer's trying to connect with you. Stop being a butthead. And then Sawyer walks away, and Jack breaks sticks, and that's the end of the episode.
Mm-hmm. Also, he nicknames. He calls Kate Sassafras once. And then Mohammed. He calls Saeed Mohammed.
I feel like we've heard that a couple of times, but yeah.
But we have a list somewhere, right?
I've stopped doing them. I need to do it.
I kind of like the Sassafras, though. That was
Sassafras is great.
But Mohammed is a little bit racist.
Racist? A little bit? What? You mean, I have the list, and it's like Al Jazeera, Abdul. Yeah, they're all racist. All of them are racist nicknames for Saeed.
And I think what we learned in this episode is that if men would just talk to each other, things would be so much better.
If men would just talk to each other.
Yeah.
But no, we gotta go to war.
Notes. They, like, Locke is heard whispering in the jungle, so is Saeed, so has Sawyer now. Like, just talk about it. We can compare notes. Like, Sawyer could give Jack closure that his dad didn't hate him, but nope, can't tell him that I met your dad. But, you know.
Ugh.
What questions did you have?
So here's some questions. What's the Tampa job?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who's that lady? Like, is that another Mark? Who's the Terminator 2? It was Hibbs. What are the voices whispering? They were whispering, it'll all come back around. Why hasn't Ethan been buried yet? Who did Kate kill?
We find out.
We do find out. I honestly don't remember. I think I've got like an inkling.
I remember, but we'll see.
Who did Sawyer kill? Not Frank Sawyer, just some shrimp man.
Meredith Gray's dad.
Why was Locke in foster care? What happened there? Because we meet Locke's dad, don't we?
We meet... I feel like it's allegedly his dad.
Okay.
Or maybe it is, because he gives him a kidney, right? Or whatever.
Yes. I think
maybe it is his bio dad, but he's a terrible person. Yeah.
Yes. How does Kate know so much about tracking boars? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What questions do you have?
I had, where's the actual Sawyer? Like, you know. Why didn't Sawyer kill the boar? Like, we kind of know, but, like, we could eat it. So, I don't understand.
Right.
Wasn't it just last episode where they were like, you guys are out hunting a lot with no boars. We're getting hungry.
Shannon and Boone were nowhere.
Yeah. And are we supposed to, with Locke's story about maybe the dog being reincarnated sister, are we supposed to assume that this boar is like reincarnated shrimp guy or something? Like, I don't know.
Maybe. I think that was kind of what it was poking at.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But I think it was also like Sawyer just needing to realize like killing this man maybe won't make you feel better. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because then I wrote, why did the boar have it out for Sawyer? Like, maybe it is, whatever. And then I also said, why did Locke have a foster mom? But
yeah.
Those were the... This one I didn't have quite as many. I feel like this... I don't know. We learned some stuff, but there wasn't a lot of questions. Like, some episodes were literally like, what?
What?
And why?
What?
And who? And...
Nope.
Were those questions... Nick's included?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I liked this episode. Nick wasn't a huge fan of it. I feel like this is one episode where we spent a lot of time in flashback.
Yeah,
So much. Because like as we were watching it, my brain went, "That's not Sawyer." as we met Shrimp Man, because I feel like we do meet Sawyer later on, don't we?
I don't remember.
Or maybe I'm just thinking of the man who is Locke's dad. Maybe that was who I thought. I don't remember. I thought we did. But I'm like, that's not Sawyer. Even before the reveal.
Yeah. I don't remember. I feel like this story, though, does give us a little more insight into the way why Sawyer's the way he is, kind of. You know, like, that's a lot to try to come back from as a kid, and...
But also, wouldn't you think that then Sawyer and Locke could, like, bond over being in foster care? I can only imagine Sawyer went into foster care after that.
But that would mean relatives. Men would have to talk to each other.
What's the theme of this episode, or just the series? Men, talk to each other. My God. You just talk to each other. So many problems don't happen.
But it also is a show where they just need drama, but yeah.
Fully. But yeah.
But in life, I feel like most of the problems in the world are because two men can't just talk to each other.
Yes. Yes, or just are not so much can't, because they're just unwilling because their penises are bigger.
It is interesting, though, like, even that last shot, where Claire's watching the beach, I even wrote, like, and now we have that sweeping thing to just get caught up on everybody on the island at the end.
Yep, but not Boone and Shannon.
Nope.
They were nowhere.
They were doing something else this day.
Yep.
Contractually obligated to be somewhere else,
yes.
I think.
When was the last time we talked about the hatch? Because I realized we haven't talked about the hatch in
like, we find the hatch, and then there's been, like, nothing. I really thought some things were going to be happening with that hatch by now, but...
But, like, this was episode 16. I think there are 25 episodes this season.
I was looking through, and I was like, damn, seasons were long back then.
Right. But, like,
or just
also...
network TV is just longer seasons.
But this is the longest season, because I think it's like 25 and then 24 for a couple of, and then it was the writer's strike, so we get like 13 episodes with Nikki and Paolo.
But that's also just goes to show, like, they always talk about how when, especially network TV has this many episodes, there's so many, like, throwaway episodes because they just had to, like, fill.
But those are also great because, like, with a show like this, you get so much more character development, too.
Yeah.
You get so much more lore, and now it's just, like, what's the plot? To everybody listening, I'm sorry for how much shouting I've done this episode. Deal with it.
And, you know, speaking of taking it back to AI that we talked about before, there is a, like, button that I can press to do, like, to fix the audio, but I don't do it because we both are loud laughers, and it, like, takes it all out. And I was like, no, you gotta... Because it thinks, like, oh, this is, like, too much or something. Like,
the level, so instead of, like, a booming laugh, it sounds like... or something.
Yeah, it just doesn't... It's just not right. So I'm like, no, we're not going to do that.
No.
Because, again, it takes the humanity out of it.
Yes. And if there's anything you and I are, it's definitely human.
We are, whether we like it or not.
Yeah, most days I do like it.
I guess so.
Okay.
I guess so. I don't know. I think, is that it? Do I have anything else to talk about?
That might be it. Vote in your upcoming primary elections.
Oh, true. Ours is... We have, like, city council and mayor and stuff votes coming up. June? Like, first week of June, I think?
We've got state assembly and state senate coming up at the end of the month. So...
And governor...
End of June.
I think... I don't know how much you know about South Dakota politics, but I think Dusty Johnson might win governor, and I don't know how, like, at least I see his ads the most. I don't know. He's got an overbite, and I don't like it.
He's got an overbite, and I mean,
there's other things I don't really like about him either, but, I don't know, but...
He's not as good looking as that JFK.
But then there's also this guy, like, Terry Doden, I think his name is. He apparently is polling high. I don't know, but he's very much like a Trump guy, so I don't know. But then, and, like, some of Dusty Johnson's ads, or the people attacking Dusty, they're like, he voted against Trump on this one. I'm like, well, I'm going to give him a point for that.
Do you just have Republicans running for governor? Or
we have one Democrat. We have one Democrat running, Dan Allers, who actually is the uncle of a friend of mine.
Oh, hey. Uncle Allers.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're a pretty red state, so sometimes that's how it be, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm so ready to never hear the name Trump again.
I know. And,
you
like,
know
it's...
Trump. Okay, cool. Great.
Yeah, I always say, though, I try to be like, if someone says, like, oh, I was a young Republican, I try not to, like, hate them immediately because, like, a Bush Republican is much different than a Trumper. You know what I mean? It is very different. Yeah. So I try to...
Yeah. Oh, one, like, more little political thing, so we're talking about him. Do you know who got married on Saturday?
His
Don
son.
Jr.
Yeah.
Do you know who was not at the wedding? Donald Trump. Like...
I remember seeing, like, some reporter asked him if he'd be at the wedding, and he's like, I'm going to try, but I'm going to try.
He's a person I've known for a long time.
I know, I'm like, maybe his whole life, you dummy, he's your kid.
This man.
But family values, Trey. Family
values. Unless it's a second marriage in the Bahamas. When I could go back to Washington, D.C. and deal with Iran. I don't know.
Which, I mean, I guess a war should be a bigger deal than your kid getting married, but also we shouldn't be in the war.
But also we shouldn't be in this conflict.
Yes, I guess. Some days it's a war, some days it's not. I don't
Who
know.
knows? I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, they're going to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Cool. It was open before.
I'm just going to sip on my coffee.
Just drink mine and just remind you to get lost.
My emotional support.
Yes.
Emotional support scoops. Okay. Sorry, I'll edit that last part out because we got to end with the get lost. Because that's, right. Where's my mouse? I can't.